How's it going? This is Kolrolf, and welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker. So this episode, I'd like to take a look at those Kellid Barbarians and explore the Duns Ward, see if we can find anything about Varnhold over there. Just gonna check the capital and just make sure that everything's in order before we leave. Oh, what's this? Your Grace, forgive my intrusion. We have a matter that demands your urgent attention. Right now, Animede Bellavara, the bard from TeknoAXE, is singing in the middle of our main square, and her songs are seditious, to say the least. Remind me who's Animede again? She's among the most talented bards of TeknoAXE, but, more importantly, she's one of King Iravetti's most favored singers. Anything she sings almost certainly promotes his agenda. Let's hurry to the square. No trickery fills our stories and lines. Whatever lies between them is not always a lie. Very muddy. Can we do anything yet? No. Okay, we're just watching here. And what about the love song? Something to make our souls weep. More gives more. I haven't laughed so hard in a long time. Oh, here we go. Charming bard from TeknoAXE stands before you with a lute in her hands, surrounded by a crowd of the capital's citizens. The moment she notices, she blows you a kiss. Right. Yeah, what's going on here? She gives you a warm smile. Your Grace, you're so preoccupied with matters of war and state, but someone has to think about the spiritual matters as well. None of the river kingdoms can match TeknoAXE in the field of arts. Who better than our bards and artists to bring the gift of song to the people of this young barony? Maestro Bellavara, I'm so happy to see you here, but why are your songs so cruel? Because there's a hidden agenda. Our charming Animede might wish to tell the Baron what kind of so-called art she's chosen to entertain his subjects with. In her first song, she praised King Iravetti, and the second song was about a certain lady from Rostov who fostered a street pup, dressed in lace and velvet and trained it to mimic the manners of court. I find these allusions inappropriate and offensive. Yeah, we'll go for the chaotic good option. We're chaotic good, so bards can sing whatever we like. We cannot punish them for that. And just, yeah, let it be. Those are the words of a true ruler. Your Grace, you should visit the Rushlight tournament at TeknoAXE. You can see for yourself what freedom and esteem our bards enjoy in my homeland. And of course, your subjects will be able to prove themselves in various competitions. Okay, what is this Rushlight tournament? How could you not know? It is one of the greatest TeknoAXEan traditions. Once every few years, the king announces the date of the tournament. We greet guests from all around the river kingdoms on the banks of the Rushlight River. The whole day of the tournament is full of mirth and the spirit of competition. Everyone has a chance to prove themselves. Fighting, archers, singers, storytellers, and of course, fans of strong drink. The drinking competition is an important part of the program. Sure. It would be my pleasure to visit this tournament. King Iravetti will be happy to hear this. See you in TeknoAXE then, Your Grace. See, we were able to handle the situation and get her to leave. It's probably the best outcome I can think of anyways. Everything's over already and I just got here. Yeah, she's probably... Yeah, like Kessel was saying, probably best if she just leaves, if she's inciting a little bit of sedition. She didn't sing a single love ballad. Yeah, well, she wasn't here to sing ballads. That is my guess. Oh, and the crowd disperses. Okay. Alright, well, maybe now we can head out? Okay, so I think, yeah, we definitely want to bring Amiri. We'll bring Tristian for healing, because I don't like harem. And Jubilost, and Octavia will be our trapsmith and whatnot, so... Yeah. Yeah, I guess we'll be okay without Ekin. Yeah, it's probably fine. I think we're... There we go. Okay, got to the Kellid Barbarian camp. Just gonna focus on that. We passed a few things, but let's see what's going on here. There's a wolf. Hello? We come in peace. Oh, okay. On the low grounds among the hills, some Numerian barbarians had set up camp. While obviously set up recently as a place to rest, it was thoroughly constructed. Along the stake palisade, the Numerians had reinforced their camp with a deep moat. Spotting the body of some unlucky thief at the bottom, it seemed they made a good call. Guarding the entrance was our old acquaintance, Norbert, the man whose group we met in the hills previously. While his greeting was none too friendly, he did invite us to enter and lead us to meet his leader. We were led to a man called Dugoth, a middle-aged Kellid with a gorgeous mane, once charcoal black, now salt and pepper, as well as bronze skin hardened by sun, wind, and time to the point that it almost looked like oak bark. Speaking with assertive tones, he invited us to dine with the Tiger Lords, that was the name of their tribe, and spend the night in the camp. Any business we might have with the tribe, he said, could be discussed in the morning, once everyone was rested and refreshed. Alright, it's very nice. Not wanting to offend the barbarians, who had proven to be commendably hospitable, we accepted the invitation. Within minutes we were seated by the bonfire with goblets in our hands. As guests, our goblets were wrought of skillfully decorated silver, with intricate carvings depicting scenes of battle. "Do as I do," Amiri whispered in the Baron's ear. "They really care about tradition here." "Be on guard," Jubilos whispered in the Baron's ear. "These savages can be extremely touchy. Follow my example, and you may avoid offending them. And an offended Numerian is a bloodthirsty Numerian." The cupbearer filled everyone's goblets with wine. When Dugoth raised his cup, officially starting the feast, the Baron... I'm gonna place my faith in Amiri. I mean, I know Jubilost is really intelligent and everything, but this is basically Amiri's people, essentially. So, and I imagine these options wouldn't be here if we hadn't brought either of them. But yes, we're gonna follow Amiri's example. To my utter surprise, our barbarian friend spilled her wine on the ground, and the Baron followed her example. I thought the Numerians would be enraged, but they all followed suit. It was apparently a barbarian tradition, offering the first cup to the spirits. Only after the cupbearer filled their goblets again did the Numerians start to drink, and so did we. Huh. The main course, unsurprisingly, was meat. While hunting in the hills, the Numerians had killed a deer or two, and 2 wild boars, now roasting over an open fire. As the tribe's guests, we were offered the best pieces. Fierce in battle, the Numerians were equally fierce at the table. They frantically tore the meat apart with knives, bare hands, and teeth, as though attacking the throats of their worst enemies rather than eating roast venison. Only one camp inhabitant didn't join the dinner. Far from the festivities, a slim woman wrapped in grey cloak sat alone, her face hidden behind a piece of cloth. She was so quiet and still, at first I didn't realize she was a living being at all. The Baron... Lawful good, demands she invited to the table. Yeah. Well, we're not really lawful good. And I don't know if I really want to start making demands like a lawful character. Either we didn't notice her or decided it'd be wiser to ignore her. Let's ask the Tiger Lords who she was. Glancing cautiously between Dugoth and the woman, one Numerian explained that the woman was one of the Defaced Sisters, half priestesses, half wizard. While they may travel along with Numerians, they never ate at the same table. Judging by the tone of the barbarians used while speaking of the woman, it was easy to tell that none of them hold any warm feelings towards the Defaced Sisters. Huh. Okay. After everyone had eaten their fill, it was time for entertainment. The barbarians began singing a drawling song in their guttural language, known as Hallet. Later, one of the Numerians explained that it was a ballad about a brother and sister who defeated a huge metal spider. The song that followed was a comedic piece about the adventures of a stupid werewolf. The Numerians all sang it together. It was clear that each of them knew that one by heart. Almost everyone clapped to the rhythm, though some thumped their knife handles on their shields, or our half-orc acquaintance Bolga accompanied the song on a vargan. Not sure what that is, maybe some instrument. Once the song was over, Dugoth appealed to his guests, us, to surprise our hosts. The Baron decided our best choice would be... Oh, what's our bet? Ooh, diplomacy. Or athletics. Huh. I kind of like the tale of how he defeated the Stag Lord. Demonstration of magic tricks. Nah. I mean, friendly sparring match isn't bad either, but let's tell this tale. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Succeeded, yes. Our tale of battle and heroic deeds was just what the barbarians were looking for. They listened eagerly, chimed in on each detail, and laughed and clapped at the most epic moments. Even Dugoth found himself smiling and nodding as he listened to our story. Finally, the drinking and singing came to an end. Only bones remained from the feast, and the bonfire had burned down to ash. Satisfied, the Numerians retired to their tents. Good. I think that went well.
I beg you, I haven't seen my sisters for several days. I'm afraid they may be in trouble.
Huh. Okay.
This whole land is nothing but trouble. You want me to risk my life and the lives of my people to do your dirty work? Go ahead, ask Armagh to give the order. Oh, but Armagh stayed back in Numeria, which means I am the one making the decisions here.
But what about my sisters? Something terrible could happen to them.
You sisters insisted on this expedition. So it's your price to pay. With your blood, not ours. Something terrible could happen, you say? It is too late for that. We already lost good men on this pointless journey to nowhere. Whatever Armagh needs, it's not here, and it wasn't here from the start. But you didn't come here for him, did you? You came for your own reasons. You want some magic toy that once belonged to the ancient Cyclops. Well, I'm not leading my men to their deaths for that.
Dugoth.
This conversation is over. You want help? Why not ask our guests to help you? If you can afford their rates, that is. As for me, my single remaining goal is to get my people home alive, and well, and as soon as possible.
Well, us being chaotic good, our rates are pretty reasonable. We'll pretty much we'll do anything for nothing. Woman leaves sobbing. Double turns to you. And no more voice acting. Okay. Good morning. Well, let's get down to business, shall we? Introductions aren't necessary, Baron. We know who you are. Let's discuss how we can be of use to one another. Let's ask how he knows us. I mean, I think we made a bunch of his people, so...
How do you think? We keep an eye on everything that happens in the region. It's smart to know our potential employers and our potential enemies.
Alright. I want to ask this, but let's get to the point of why we're here. Do you know anything about what happened in Varnhold?
Varnhold, huh? Isn't that the village Megar Varn got from the Ristovik Sword Lords? I know Varn. He's not the best fighter, but not the worst. As for what happened there, I wouldn't know.
Huh. It's funny, you kind of expect barbarians to just be, I don't know what's going on, I like to kill things with my axe. These guys are rather well informed with the events of the area. Well, let's ask her who was that woman.
Wish I knew who these witches are and where they came from. Our chieftain, the great Armagh, spirits bless him. trusts them as if they were holy oracles. He sent us with them to these dead hills, and none but the sisters and the chieftain himself know why. Who am I to confront the chieftain? So now we wander these lands, chasing the unknown.
Alright, well, so how can we be useful to each other?
I'm afraid we can't. At least not yet. I'd be happy to take a new job, but our chieftain's orders were strict. Search the location and come back with a report. But if you could help us here, say, by finding whatever these witch sisters are looking for, or maybe just making them disappear forever, mark my word, Baron, the Tiger Lords never forget those who helped them.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, we're exploring the lands anyways, so, you know, why not compound quests? So what is it you're looking for here?
I wish I knew. The sisters are looking for something, but they won't tell anyone what it is. I guess it's some antique that used to belong to the Cyclops. Some magic trinket or something. As for me, the only thing I'm looking for is a good reason to quit this nonsense and return to Numeria as soon as possible.
Fair enough.
Is this how you serve your liege?
Don't confuse our chieftains with your kings, knight. It's the chieftain who swears an oath to the tribe, not the other way around. Liege. I was one of the tribe's elders when he was in his first teeth.
Huh. Okay. Well, how did it go? Did you find anything of interest at least?
If we did, do you think we'd still be here now?
Fair.
The only thing to be found in these hills is one's own death. A group of my men entered a cave that turned out to be a Spriggan den. They barely survived the encounter. Also, we found the ruins of some old tower, ancient as the world itself, and useless as this expedition. There is nothing to be found here, except, like I said, for one's own death.
Okay, so that's why the Spriggans left. Yeah, they drove them out. And the Spriggans went to Varnhold and found Varnhold empty. Okay. Well, how did you manage to get so far? Well, they're nomads. I'm sure they got here, you know, as they will. Let's ask them a question.
Ask away, why not? I don't promise I'll answer, though.
Fair enough. Okay, what do you know about Cyclopes?
Not that much. Long ago, these lands were part of their empire. They were a great people back then, used unbelievable magic, and possessed treasures beyond count. Ages passed, and their empire crumbled into dust. Cyclops became wild and forgot all about what they once used to be. But the ruins, yes, the ruins remember everything.
Indeed, they remember much, if only they were more eager to share.
I'll ask one or two of these. I don't imagine he's going to want to answer many questions. It's going to seem like prying, but... tell me about Numeria.
Eons ago, stars rained down on Numeria. Pieces of metal, both dead and living ones, fell from the sky. Since then, metal monsters roam those lands, and the grounds hold a wealth of adamantine, among other valuable things. Weaklings don't survive there. As for us, Numerian Kellids, we grew up on that land. We drank its poisoned waters and breathed its toxic air. Metals from the depths infused our bones and muscles. No one can beat us. If there were anyone capable of bringing us down, it would be ourselves.
I'm going to ask him about his chieftain. I'm not entirely sure what his answer is going to be like, though.
He's a strong fighter, brave one. He says he's Armagh, an incarnation of a hero from the old times. Just don't ask if I believe it. Armagh is smart. He knows how to do business. If he'd only pay less attention to what those witches whisper, he'd be a perfect chieftain.
Fair enough. Thank you for your answers.
You're welcome.
Alright. I have to go. So let's... Oh. Alright, that's already started a quest. Let's talk to the Defaced Sister, I guess. Oh, Dugoth is over here by Puppy. Okay. Alright. Let's see what she has to say.
You, our guest. The Baron, am I right? I'm sorry you witnessed that unpleasant scene. If I may ask, what is your name?
What? What? I'm the Baron. You don't need to know my name.
So be it. Everyone has their secrets, Baron.
Uh-huh. So... I don't imagine she has anything... we'll ask. I mean, we should just ask for completeness, but...
Dark things tend to happen in that land. I can only guess to the fate of Varnhold. My 3 sisters know more. Help me find them, and you'll get your answers. If the spirits are kind, it will happen before it's too late.
Oh. Okay. What are you looking for here?
It is not yet time to answer this question. We are searching for ancient ruins, the remains of structures built by the previous holders of these strange lands. That is all I can tell you, for now. I understand that you want to know more, but have no doubt, you will in time.
Such wise, enlightened words. People who talk like this are usually trying to swindle you out of your purse.
I mean, we can find lots of things, and after a while we start picking up rocks on the ground and saying, is this what you're looking for? No? Is this rock what you're looking for? You need something to go on here. You speak in riddles.
Don't be wary of riddles. Those wise enough to solve them eventually learn much more than those who always seek straight answers.
Okay, fair enough. Well, do you have any idea where your sisters might be?
Do you have a map?
Yep.
I can provide you some direction. One of my sisters went to the sepulchre of forgotten heroes. Another went looking for the Forsaken Mound. And the third was going to visit the ruins of the City of the Hollow Eyes. I won't lie, these places are all very dangerous. But searching for lost truth always involves danger.
Okay. I love the naming of this place. It just kind of bespeaks to that's just just a horrible place. All right. Well, what were you and Dugoth arguing about?
My sisters. They each went out on their own quests and never returned. Not one of the 3. I can understand Dugoth. He doesn't trust us. But by refusing to help my sisters and me, he puts himself, his people, countless innocent souls in grave danger. If only I could soften his impertinent heart.
How is this possible? Doesn't this army know any kind of order or discipline? How do they manage to even fight in such chaos?
They're barbarians, Valerie. This is kind of their thing. I'm not going to ask for compensation. I am going to ask who she is, though.
I am one of those who call themselves the Defaced Sisters. we've rejected our names and our faces in service to benevolent spirits. I'm sorry that I cannot reveal our true destiny to you yet, but believe me when I say our mission is extremely important. Not just for us, not just for the tribe, but for the entire world.
All right.
So honorable. Do these benevolent spirits have names?
Do not burden yourself with idle questions, cleric. Know that all the truths you are seeking for will find you, but only when you are ready for them.
Oh dear. We already asked about Numeria. Okay, we'll go and yeah, we'll check out these places. Why not?
If in your travels you meet my sisters, please help them, and I will help you in return. Remember this word, Geheb. That is what the previous inhabitants of these lands, the Cyclopses, called darkness they so worshipped. If a door shut and lockless bars your path, this word might be your key.
Keheb. Alright.
May kind spirits guide you in your travels.
Alright. Interesting. Missing people in inhospitable lands. Find the missing Defaced Sisters. Okie dokie. We can do that. There is some loot here I just wanted to check, but...
All according to plan.
Okay, I was just going to run over and see if we should start talking to our party members. That's why they're around. No? Okay. I can... Yeah, let's talk to Bolga really quick. Or Doug the Merchant. Hey. What do you sell? Spend the night here, show me your wares. Who are you? Okay, yeah, let's see what he's got. Adamantium breastplate, wow. Smoked trout and hydroplate. Pate. Yeah, it's probably pate. There's no accent, but that's probably what it is. Cool. Alright, well, we'll buy that. Why not? It's always good to have more recipes. Let's inscribe it. Where is it? Oh, there it goes. Ta-da. Alright. Well, that's been interesting, but I think this episode has gone on long enough, so we're going to leave it here. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.